How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the New York Jets franchise on Madden 20. My name is Football Fan Forever, and it is week 15 as the New York Jets are at home against the Cincinnati Bengals. Both teams have playoff aspirations here in the final quarter of this season. The Jets are sitting at 10-3, and they have the number 3 seed right now in the AFC. While the Cincinnati Bengals are on the outside looking in. At 8-5, they are just one game behind the Ravens and the Patriots for a wild card spot. So you know they're hungry for a victory here today. The Bengals are the best team the Jets have faced in several weeks here. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing how we stack up against them here today. The Bengals have elected to receive the opening kickoff, so Brendan McLendon gets week 15 underway here. This kick is deep and out the back of the end zone over the head of kick returner Pearson Ballantyne. So that will set up Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati offense on their own 25. And it's been a disappointing season for Joe Burrow. He's got some decent weapons on this offense. We'll meet them in just a minute. But just 17 touchdowns to 9 interceptions, only 2,600 yards on the season. He will start the day off of play action and fire it short. That is the tight end Blake Jarwin on the reception, and it's a loss of 1, leading to a 3rd and 7. Bunch formation for Burrow on 3rd down, Mixon to his right. And now a quick throw to the left. There's Rob Gronkowski, but he is spun down after a short gain. Levi Wallace on the stop, and it is a very quick 3-and-out for this Cincinnati offense. That will turn the ball over to LaMarcus Albert, who had over 100 rushing yards last week. He also threw for 4 first-half touchdowns against the Buffalo Bills. And he's got good weather again here today at MetLife Stadium. The Jets will start on their own 15-yard line. Anthony McFarland getting the start here again. Jets go play action, and Albert narrowly gets this one away, but Jamison Crowder makes the catch at the 36-yard line. And it only took one play for this ferocious pass rush to get a hit on LaMarcus Albert as Sam Hubbard gets around Elijah Cook and is just half a step away from turning that into a big loss. Fortunately for the Jets, they gained 21 yards, and it's 1st and 10 from the 36. Albert now will take off, and he will tuck and run, but this one is coming back. They got Elijah Cook for the hold, one play after giving up the pressure there, and it's 1st and 19. Albert out of the pistol, McFarland behind him, and Albert will go to the air, finding C.D. Lamb on the slant. There's a nice gain, and that will make it 2nd and 7. So despite the penalty, the Jets are in pretty good shape here. 2nd down, toss to the right side. McFarland runs through a man, and he takes off. 1 to beat. He's inside the 20, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 12. It's a 48-yard gain for Anthony McFarland, and all of it came after contact here. First he jukes out the safety, and then he disrespects William Jackson. That will be replayed on highlight reels all week. And it's 1st and 10 New York inside the 15. Against the blitz on 1st down, Jamison Crowder will have this one at the 2. And it's goal to go Jets. On 2nd and goal, they'll call on the fullback Preston. Toss to the right side, and Anthony McFarland wins the race. Ball came out at the end there, but it doesn't matter. And the Jets will strike first on a 2-yard touchdown run by Anthony McFarland. And it's hard to envision a better start for the Jets. 3-and-out on defense, touchdown drive on offense, and you're out to an early lead. And remember to keep an eye on the Cleveland-Tampa Bay game in the ticker at the bottom of your screen. They're playing concurrently with us. And as we are just behind them for the number 2 seed in the AFC, their outcome is almost as important as ours. 2nd and 12, Burrow with time to throw, takes a shot to the right side and is hauled in by Tyler Boyd at the 45-yard line. Nice reception there, 22 yards, and Cincinnati will approach midfield. Jets will blitz on 1st down. Now Auden Tate taking this one to about the 48-yard line, gain of 7. Burrow will go back under center on second down and hand off to Mixon, who's got a hole up the right side. He's taken down by Deshaun Elliott after a nice gain. The Bengals were big spenders in free agency. They signed David Andrews and also added Rob Gronkowski on offense. And obviously they signed J.J. Watt to help bolster their defensive line. That has them on the verge of a playoff berth, just a couple years removed from the #1 overall pick. As Mixon goes backwards, there's a nice play by Kayvon Chazen. It's 3rd and 9. Burrow in the shotgun on 3rd down. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Throwing this one up for Auden Tate, and it is knocked away. Double coverage there. That was not one of Burrow's better decisions, as Tate has to play defense, and the Bengals will send out Trent Kent for a 51-yard attempt into the wind, and this is no good. Hooked a little bit left and did not have the distance, and the Jets will take over on their own 41-yard line. 3 down linemen for the Bengals. It's a delayed give to McFarland, and he will not get very far as J.J. Watt helps Jesse Bates wrap him up. And this defense is the strength of their team, but they're dealing with a couple of important injuries. Starting right outside linebacker Jermaine Pratt and highly touted first-round pick Jelani Howell are both out with injuries today, which means that the Jets might have more traction against this run defense. Albert will go to the air on 2nd and 10. Quick throw to the left side, and that is bobbled around and finally whistled dead as C.D. Lamb is shaken up on the play. He took a big hit here from the cornerback and immediately clutched at his chest or his shoulder, hard to say. We'll get an injury update in a little bit. Right now it's 3rd and 10. Albert from the shotgun. Rookie Kurt Pitts on the far right side of your screen as Albert buys time and floats this one downfield, and Lawrence Cager has it. Now a flag flies in, and this is going to give the Jets even more yards as a late face mask on second-year linebacker Bigsby Billington will give the Jets excellent field position here. Ball at the 24, 2nd and 9. Albert from the pistol. He'll get this one away, and Crowder has a catch inside the 5, diving, and he's knocked out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Crowder just inches away from adding to the Jets' lead. It's goal to go from the 1, and they will come out in the heavy formation. Reggie Bishop is met in the backfield. Marcus Bailey and Bigsby Billington on the stop, and it's 2nd and goal. Kadero Hodge isolated to the left. Albert in this shotgun with McFarland to his left as both Kurt Pitts and Eugene Hilbert are in the game. And they'll get the play off. Albert with time, fires to the end zone, and he's intercepted by Von Bell. He was looking for Eugene Hilbert, and the young wide receiver just didn't finish his route as the Jets squander the opportunity to add to their lead, and Cincinnati will take over on their own 20-yard line. Play action for Burrow. He's pressured by Delgado, gets this one away, and that is tipped and dropped by Deshaun Elliott. The Jets with a chance to take it right back as an easy interception slips through the hands of the veteran safety. But it ultimately doesn't end up mattering as they'll get the ball back anyway. It's another 3 and out forced by this defense as the Cincinnati Bengals aren't moving the ball very well, and they will give it right back to LaMarcus Albert and this New York offense. Good starting field position for the Jets. Ball on their own 36. McFarland up the middle. This could be dangerous, and he's across midfield before being taken down. 67 yards on 5 carries. He's off to an excellent start here today, and he's got the Jets on the move. 2nd and 3 for Albert, firing short, and Christopher Herndon will have the catch to move the sticks for the Jets. And the Bengals will crowd the box on 1st down. They know the Jets like to run, but Albert on the short drop will find Kurt Pitts for a gain of about 8. The rookie wide receiver in line for some increased playing time after the injury to C.D. Lamb. And on 2nd down, McFarland will have enough to move the sticks and give the Jets another 1st down. Kadero Hodge in tight, similar formation on 1st down. McFarland the lone back, and the Jets will go play action. Albert is on target. There's Kadero Hodge inside the 5, tackled at the 3. And now more injury concerns as Kadero Hodge will limp off after making the grab. New York down to just 3 healthy wide receivers right now. 2 of them are on the field, Kurt Pitts and Jamison Crowder. Bengals crowd the line on 2nd and goal. Albert counters with a floater to the right side, and that is hauled in for the touchdown. And Pitts gets plenty of separation on this route. Dawkins isn't in bad position, but the height advantage also means that Albert can put this one up top for his big body wide receiver, and the Jets will march down the field to take a 14-0 lead. And there's more good news as Kadero Hodge's injury is not believed to be serious enough to keep him out multiple weeks. It's been just about all New York in this one. Joe Mixon not getting off to a strong start here today, and now down 14-0. We'll see how many rushing attempts he gets for the rest of today's game. 1st and 10, and Marion Marriott with a nice stop at the 24-yard line, a gain of just 2, and it's 2nd and 8. Burrow from the shotgun, quick throw to the left side, and that catch is made for a 1st down. Tyler Boyd with another reception as the ball is now on the 34-yard line. Single high safety look, more play action for Burrow, taking another shot deep downfield, and this time it's hauled in by Auden Tate. The big 6'5" wide receiver boxing out Levi Wallace. That's the big play Cincinnati needed to help get the momentum back on their side. On 1st and 10, quick throw to the left side that is hauled in by Tristan Jackson at the 27. It's 2nd and 6. Single high safety look for New York. Burrow is pressured and fires to Boyd again. He'll be inside the red zone down to the 18. Play number 21 forthcoming for the Bengals. It'll be a handoff to the left side. Mixon juking but not making anybody miss. Just 2 yards a carry for the Bengals running back. And it's 3rd and 5. They'll set up the screen. This is Pearson Ballantyne, the rookie, but there's no blockers in front. And he will go back to the line of scrimmage before being tackled by Deshaun Elliott, and Cincinnati will be forced to settle for the field goal. And the Jets will go 4 wide on 2nd down. That's a bold strategy with just 3 wide receivers, but it works as McFarland will have a gain of 14, and now he's injured. Are you kidding me? We might be winning on the scoreboard, but we're losing a battle of attrition right now. That's our 3rd offensive playmaker to go down with an injury. 1st and 10 from the 39. Here's Josiah Doolittle, who was signed off the practice squad just last week. He'll have a gain of 4, and thankfully Anthony McFarland should be back in a series or 2. But our depth is certainly being tested here today. 2nd and 6 against the blitz. Albert with a strike to Kurt Pitts, who will move the sticks to the Cincinnati 44. If there's a silver lining to today's game, it's that we're probably going to figure out exactly what we have in Eugene Hilbert and Kurt Pitts. And Reggie Bishop has a nice carry up the middle. That's a gain of 11 and a 1st down. So some less heralded playmakers will get an opportunity to show what they can do. 1st and 10. Albert under pressure, and there's J.J. Watt around the edge, dropping Albert back for a loss of 10. 15.5 sacks for J.J. Watt. He's pushed the Jets out of field goal range here. They're well behind the sticks. 2nd and 20, and they'll blitz again. Albert gets us away. Christopher Herndon fights off some tight coverage, and he'll turn upfield to the 31. It's 3rd and 9. Lawrence Cager, the former wide receiver turned tight end, is now back at wide receiver on 3rd and 9. LaMarcus Albert over the middle. He'll have Eugene Hilbert at the 17, and it's a big 3rd down conversion for the Jets as we're now inside the 2-minute warning. All 3 healthy wide receivers on the left side of the field. Albert pump fakes, fires to the end zone, and Eugene Hilbert has it for the touchdown. It's been a tough season for Eugene Hilbert. He's been buried on the depth chart and has struggled to earn quarterback LaMarcus Albert's trust, but here he makes a great double move and holds on through the contact for a 21-3 New York lead. The Jets did score pretty quickly, so Cincinnati will have a chance for their own 2-minute drill. All 3 timeouts, plenty of time on the clock, and Joe Burrow will find Rob Gronkowski for a first down. Burrow will crack 100 yards through the air as the Cincinnati Bengals hurry back to the line. Pressure incoming again, and that is knocked away from Joe Mixon by Renee Dillon, 2nd and 10. Single high safety look for the Jets. They'll bring 4. Burrow with all day to throw and just gets this one away, hauled in by Boyd, who turns upfield, and he's knocked out of bounds at the 31. It's a big play for the Bengals as Joe Burrow needed every second that he had in that pocket. Raheem Winston just a step away from a sack, but Burrow able to get that one off as Cincinnati will look to claw back into today's game. 2nd and 8 from the 29, 2 timeouts remaining, and that quick pass is knocked away by Kel Kohler. It's 3rd and 8. Burrow will go under center, bunch formation on the right. Quick throw up the middle, and that is knocked away, or maybe dropped. Renee Dillon on the coverage, and he put a big hit on Tristan Jackson inside the 15 there to jar the ball incomplete, and Cincinnati will once again send out the field goal unit. Kent is 1 for 2 on the day. This one 46 yards left hash, and he will split the uprights as the lead is trimmed to 15. So despite a slew of offensive injuries and a red zone turnover, the Jets are still up by 2 scores. They're moving the ball very well, more than 8.5 yards per carry, as we turn our attention to the Cleveland-Tampa Bay game. And we want the Buccaneers to win. We're currently tied with the Browns for the number 2 seed in the AFC, but they hold the head-to-head tiebreaker over us, so we need to finish the season with a better record than them if we want a first-round bye. We'll keep tabs on that game, but we'll need to take care of business here because that's all we can control. Thankfully, our offense is back to moving the ball really well. We're already across midfield just 3 plays into the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 3 play action for Albert. Sets his feet, fires downfield, and Herndon has it at the 29. It's another first down for the Jets, but this one will be challenged by the Bengals. They want another look at this one. I thought Herndon had his feet in bounds, but on closer review, there's one. And his left foot comes down clearly out of bounds, and this is overturned pretty easily. That'll make it 3rd and 3 from the 37. Albert on read option. He'll hold on to it, turning upfield, making a man miss, and he's in a foot race. Touchdown! He had over 100 rushing yards last week, but did not find the end zone. But he just makes the Bengals defense look silly. He leaves Von Bell in the dust and gets a measure of revenge for the interception earlier. Jets on top, 28-6. As Cincinnati continues to fall further and further behind in this one. They have just 2 field goals to their credit, and now Quinnen Williams gets through the interior of that offensive line for a loss of 3. And Cincinnati once again finds themselves in a 3rd and long situation. James Delgado rushing from the left side. Quick throw that direction, and Tristan Jackson will turn upfield and have the first. So the Bengals avoid another 3 and out. They'll go 5 wide on first down. Burrow standing tall. He'll deliver to Gronkowski, who will have about 9 yards. And now Rob Gronkowski is shaken up. Another offensive injury, this time for the Bengals. And this comeback just got harder without your number 1 tight end. 3rd and inches, play action, and down goes Burrow. C.J. Mosley wasn't fooled and blitzes through for the sack. And the Jets will get the ball back with over 8.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Anthony McFarland up the left side for a gain of 8. He's already over 100 yards on the ground. I think he had 100 rushing yards in the first half. And everybody is contributing here. 3rd and inches, Keontae Preston picking up 8. Some really nice patient running from the rookie fullback. It's not often he gets to touch the ball, but he makes the most of his opportunity there. And it's 1st and 10 from the 38. Albert with time fires over the middle. There's CeeDee Lamb. He's back in the game. Nice to see that his injury is also not serious, as he will move the sticks for the Jets. And now Eugene Hilbert trying to get to the edge. He'll be tripped up after a gain of about 6, as the Jets are finding every way they can to move the football here today. Spread it around, attack the Bengals from every different angle. Now McFarland on a stretch to the right side. He needed 2 yards, and he got 2, as this drive will continue. This drive now over 4 minutes long. 1st and 10 from the 37. Albert off of play action rolls to his left. Extending the play, he's chased by Hubbard. Throws this one off balance, and that's hauled in by Kurt Pitts at the 16. LaMarcus Albert is putting on a show, everybody. This is not your traditional platform for throwing, as he gets that pass off, crossbody with pressure in his face while rolling to the left. That's just insane. And now the Jets are back inside the red zone. Quick throw to CeeDee Lamb, who dives into the end zone. But that one's coming back. There's a hole, and it's 2nd and 20. And Albert will keep the ball and take a big hit there. Probably not a good idea considering how many people have been injured in today's game, but no harm, no foul. It's 3rd and 12. The Bengals will blitz. It's picked up. Albert rolls to his right, chased by Watt, and this time can't get away with the Patrick Mahomes-esque heroics. And the Jets will send out the field goal team for a 31-6 lead. Just 2 minutes remain in the 3rd quarter here. Cincinnati needs to get something going, and more importantly than yards, they need points. There's a good start to this drive. It's a gain of 12 on the Jets sweep from Tyler Boyd. He's been their most reliable playmaker here today, as Joe Mixon has not had many opportunities in the run game. And his 2nd down pass is knocked away. Renee Dillon again with a nice play. 3rd down, Cincinnati. The Jets will blitz. Burrow looking for the screen. This is tipped and nearly intercepted. A whole bunch of defensive linemen with a chance to come away with one, but instead it is an incomplete pass, and the Bengals have to punt again. The Jets have been the clearly superior team here today. Anthony McFarland a step or 2 away from breaking out another big gain. 16 carries, 135 yards, and a touchdown. His 2-yard score in the first has been all the points the Jets have needed thus far, but they've added plenty more. 31-6 with 13 minutes to play. New York ball from the 33. Albert off of read option. He'll turn the corner in a foot race. One man to beat. Jukes him out. Now hits the gas inside the 5, and he powers through for the touchdown. It's absolutely remarkable. 67 yards for the score, and he showcases the speed to turn the corner against Jesse Bates. He leaves Thomas Killings behind with a wicked juke move, and then showcases the power to fight through William Jackson's tackle into the end zone. 38-6, and I'm just as surprised as you are. We've got a good football team, but so do the Bengals, and I was not expecting a blowout, especially with how we played against lesser competition this season. Most of our games have been really hard-fought victories, so I did not see this coming whatsoever. 3rd and 10, Burrow with time, fires, and he's intercepted. Xavier McKinney picks him off as even the backups are piling on here at MetLife Stadium. The home crowd has to love this. It's 1st and 10 inside the red zone as the Jets continue to swap out their starters. Reggie Bishop now getting some carries. He's the number 2 running back here today, as we have almost 300 yards on the ground against the number 4 ranked rush defense in the league. Like I said, the Bengals are no pushovers, but we just run over and through them here today as Reggie Bishop's first career touchdown puts an end to any hopes of a comeback. 45-6 with still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. You saw the numbers there for Burrow, only 156 passing yards thus far. How many can he add in garbage time? Here's a screen on 3rd and 4 to mix in with blockers in front. He'll fight through contact to the 50-yard line, gain of 19. Backups in the game on defense for the Jets, and we've got a bit of a humorous situation here. It's 1st and 19, thanks to a holding call on left guard Joe Noteboom. And then on the very next play, Noteboom is whistled for holding again, and it will be a 1st and 29. The Bengals will battle back and make that a 3rd and 11 with the Jets defense playing off, and the throw to Mike Lambert will get them the 1st down as Burrow eclipses 200 yards on that pass. 1st and 10 from the 35, Burrow under center, and he will have time to throw all day for Burrow, but time runs out. Everybody covered downfield. Jordan Willis with a sack to a loss of 10. Once again, Cincinnati makes it a manageable 3rd down after disaster on 1st down. 3rd and 6 for Burrow. Throw to the left side. That's caught by Mike Lambert again. Just one more scoring play in this one. 3rd and 1 from the 3. Jets show AA gap pressure, and they will blitz. Burrow gets this one away, and he's intercepted by Deshaun Elliott. Nothing but green in front of him and nothing but green in the stands cheering him on. It is a 97-yard pick 6 as the Jets will drop 50 on the Cincinnati Bengals, completing the blowout with a defensive touchdown. 52-6 is your final score. New York with their 11th win of the season thanks to over 530 yards of total offense, 300 yards on the ground, over 9 yards per play. We just took it to the Bengals in a blowout that I don't think anybody saw coming. And this is on All-Madden too. I haven't touched these settings or these sliders, which is why I'm so shocked that we were able to win with a blowout here. LaMarcus Albert was very consistent and accurate here today. He had a long of 23 and averaged 9.2 yards per attempt. And that tells me that that average is not pulled up by a whole bunch of really long throws. He was just hitting his spots in the middle part of the field. We had 2 100-yard rushers here today. Anthony McFarland and LaMarcus Albert both had big days on the ground. I think Willie Sparks is still our starter when he returns, but we really need to look at getting McFarland more involved in the offense and splitting carries more efficiently, because McFarland just has a second gear and he can really turn the corner. It was great to see both Eugene Hilbert and Kurt Pitts step up in today's game. At one point we were running with just 3 healthy wide receivers and we didn't experience any hiccups in our passing game. We were just able to execute consistently at all areas of the field, and that's really good news for our offense. The offensive line should also get a big shout out. They've opened massive holes for the running game the last couple of weeks. We've got over 600 yards on the ground the last 2 weeks, but we've also been very good in pass protection. We allowed just 1 sack against the Cincinnati Bengals here today, and I mentioned at the top of the broadcast that they have one of the best pass rushing front fours in the league. I expected LaMarcus Albert to be running for his life, but I didn't have to say Geno Atkins once today. J.J. Watt had a sack, Sam Hubbard had some pressures, but all in all, our offensive line absolutely dominated at the point of attack. I shouldn't overlook the defense either. We had a couple of interceptions here today. Both of them came in garbage time, but there was solid pressure and really good coverage for the majority of today's game. Burrow did finish with almost 300 yards through the air, but that all came in garbage time with the game basically out of reach as our defense smothered Cincinnati for basically the entirety of the game. They did not find the end zone once and had to settle for 2 field goals. And I think the tale of today's game can be best summed up by our 3rd down conversion stats. Not only were we 6 of 7 and the Bengals 4 of 14, what that tells me is that we weren't even getting to 3rd down. We were moving the sticks on 1st and 2nd down. We just didn't need to convert a lot of 3rd downs in today's game. The Bengals actually won the time of possession battle, but that's just because we were moving the ball so efficiently on offense that we weren't relying on sustained drives in order to score our points. So all in all, there's a lot to be happy of with how both the offense and the defense played here today. And we've got some awards to go with it. LaMarcus Albert wins his first AFC Offensive Player of the Week award with 4 total touchdowns here today. He's playing with a lot of confidence right now. That's back-to-back 100-yard rushing games on the ground. And he's also thrown 6 touchdowns, just 2 interceptions in that span. So if we can keep riding his success as a dual-threat quarterback, I am happy to keep that as part of our offense. Kel Kohler also gets a well-overdue upgrade here. He's been a quiet leader on defense all season. Gerard Thornton has been playing well for us as a rookie despite his limited number of snaps. He's got a bright career ahead of him. He's just kind of boxed out by the dearth of talented safeties we have on this team. And Stephen Donnelly also gets an upgrade here. He's seen playing time at like 3 or 4 different positions this season. And our win coincides with a couple of important losses. The New England Patriots fall to the Chicago Bears after a 14-point fourth quarter comeback lifts the Bears over Cam Newton and the Patriots. So our lead is now 2 in the AFC East. But the more important game is the Tampa Bay Cleveland game, and the Buccaneers managed to hold out, surviving a big comeback attempt from Matt Holcomb and the Browns, which means that we now move into sole possession of the number 2 seed in the AFC. We join Houston as one of 2 AFC teams thus far to have clinched a playoff berth, but we are still very much in the thick of it as we try and fight for a first-round bye. Our closest competitor are the Cleveland Browns, who we just supplanted for the number 2 seed, and we do control our own destiny as our magic number is 2 with 2 games left to play. That means we could clinch a first-round bye with a victory next week and a Cleveland loss, but there's plenty to play for regardless. In Week 16, we're taking on the New England Patriots, who beat us back in Week 3. It'll be Monday Night Football, and with a win, we can clinch the AFC East. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed, and like always, I will catch you next time.